Chances are you've probably eaten a whole bunch of bananas in your life. But what if I told you that every single time you were eating a radioactive food? It sounds like something straight out of a comic book, but it's completely true. In fact, big shipments of bananas are so radioactive they can actually set off the sensitive alarms used to find nuclear material at border crossings. This isn't a myth, it's a scientific fact you can measure. So, the real question is, should you be worried about your favorite yellow fruit? Is there a hidden danger lurking in your fruit bowl? Let's peel back the surprising truth. So what exactly makes a banana hot in the nuclear sense? The secret is actually hiding in one of its most famous nutrients, potassium. Bananas are loaded with potassium, which is an element our muscles, nerves, and heart need to work properly. But here's the catch. A tiny fraction of all potassium on Earth is a specific version or isotope called potassium-40. Only about 0.012% of all natural potassium is this radioactive kind. Unlike the stable potassium our body uses, potassium-40 is unstable. Over billions of years, its atoms slowly break down or decay, releasing a tiny burst of energy. That energy is radiation. And because bananas are so full of potassium, they've become one of the most famously radioactive foods we eat, but they're not the only ones. Anything with a lot of potassium, like potatoes, carrots, and even lima beans, is also a little bit radioactive for the exact same reason. The banana just gets all the fame. Okay, hearing the words radioactive and food together is a little unsettling. But this is where the most important part of the story comes in: context. When it comes to things like this, the dose makes the poison, and in this case, the dose is unbelievably small. To help us wrap our heads around it, scientists created an informal unit called the banana equivalent dose, or BED. It helps us compare the radiation from eating one banana to other things we run into. One banana gives you a radiation dose of about 0.1 microsieverts. So what does that number even mean? Well, you're exposed to about 100 times that much radiation every single day, just from the natural background radiation in our world. Flying on a plane, getting a dental x-ray, or even living in a brick or concrete house exposes you to way more radiation than a banana ever could. A single chest CT scan is the same as eating 70,000 bananas. To get a lethal dose, you'd have to eat tens of millions of bananas all at once. It's pretty amazing how science can totally change the way you see something so ordinary, right? If you're enjoying this look into the hidden science of everyday things, do us a favor and subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're always peeling back the truth on surprising topics just like this. And here's the final, and maybe the most surprising, piece of the puzzle. Even though you're eating something radioactive, eating bananas doesn't actually make your body more radioactive in the long run. Your body is a master at keeping things in balance, a process called homeostasis. It knows exactly how much potassium it needs to run, so it's very strict about how much it holds on to. When you eat a banana, your body takes the potassium it needs, and your kidneys just get rid of any extra, including that radioactive potassium-40. So that tiny bit of extra radiation is only in your system for a few hours before it's gone. And here's the real kicker: you are already more radioactive than a banana. Your body needs potassium to live, so you have a constant supply of potassium-40 inside you right this second. The truth is, all living things, from plants to people, are naturally radioactive. If you were looking for a food that's truly radioactive, you'd have to check out the Brazil nut. Brazil nuts are known for absorbing radium from the soil, and are considered one of the most radioactive foods on the planet, but even they are perfectly safe to eat in normal amounts. So, let's circle back. Are bananas actually radioactive? The answer is a definite yes. They are full of the naturally radioactive isotope potassium-40. But are they dangerous? Absolutely not. The dose of radiation from a single banana is tiny, and your body's own amazing regulation system makes sure it never builds up. The story of the radioactive banana isn't really about danger. It's a perfect example of how radiation is just a natural part of our world. It's in the ground, in our buildings, and even in us. So go ahead and enjoy your banana. It's not a secret threat, it's just a cool piece of science hiding in plain sight.